Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome to the
Tailgate.
Y'all, today we are tailgating, not currently being in a tornado or a storm warning. Be sure you're tapping the screens while you're in here. We are going to be making a bacon wrapped pork loin that's going to be smoked. Probably not going to be able to see the final product until you follow us and see the photo on our stories when we're done with that, but we're also going to be complementing that with a potato salad and a coleslaw, and I absolutely love that because those two things can be made ahead of time. So by the time this pork loin is ready, we already got our sides done.
Yeah, and it should be ready in 1.5 to 2 hours. So you might get to see it.
Yeah, you might get to see it. We like to think we're going to have a shorter show today. Y'all, please be sure you tap the screen, share the live, all those things. I'm going to be coming in on my account so I can see what's up. Hello, hello, so we can read the comments. There I am. Hello. So let's get started. We're going to do the pork tender, or not tenderloin. It's just a regular pork loin. The difference between the pork loin and a pork tenderloin, the pork loin is going to be a bit larger. It's not going to be like as soft and as tender. So there is going to be a bit of a lower, slower smoke time on that. If I were going to be smoking a tenderloin, it would probably be a quicker and higher heat process. But loin is what we're doing. We're going to bacon wrap it. We're also going to try something new that we haven't tried before. We're going to mandolin the apples and put them in between the bacon lattice. And
yeah, this is going to be fun. If you're planning on doing this, I would shoot for a smoker temperature of around 225 to 250. I would probably try to keep it under 250 though.
Right. So I guess let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and set out my bacon lattice out so we can work on that. And then also, since we're doing potato salad, I love the bacon bits in the potato salad. So since I have plenty of bacon, I'll just go ahead and...
Yeah, in our smoker, I'm keeping an eye on the temperature. It's sitting at about 157. Right now 158, and you can see, yeah, it's climbing. So it should be right at the optimal temperature by the time we get ready to put this on there.
So this is the pork loin that we are working with. It's just been sitting at room temperature the past 30 minutes. We're gonna pat it dry. I gotta work on the bacon lattice part of it first. Cause it's bacon! For a bacon potato salad.
Lattice begin.
Lattice begin. Melissa Murd is in here. Thank you so much for joining. Melissa Murd is one of our FoodTokTV creators. She is on Mondays with her husband Mark, Mondays at 6 p.m. Central for The Spice is Right. Here, since my hands are bacony already. Ooh. Get some of that crispy bacon in here, because with potato salad, I love a good creamy potato salad. You do need some crunch factor though. You need to have different textures in there. It can't all just be like one soft mushy mess. Oftentimes people will put celery to be part of the crunch. We're going to be doing bacon as part of our crunch. We're also going to be adding pepperoncinis to this too, so I'm excited. Because Ryan's family, they love a potato salad, but they always put pickle juice in their potato salads.
And pickles.
And pickles in their potato salad. And I love pickled things, but I am not a fan of dill pickles. I love fresh dill, but once dill turns to seed, that's when it's...
a deal breaker?
It's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker. But yeah, no, when dill comes to seed, I just can't deal with it. So could you
deal with it.
Turn this on medium, high, or medium? Just
That's
do medium.
A knee slapper right there.
Knee slapper.
Medium?
Yeah.
Medium?
Yeah, I like to start at like a lower, medium low or medium to get it started, just so we render out the fat. Because the lower and slower you cook your bacon, the more fat you're going to be able to render out without burning the bacon, and that will result in a crispier bacon.
Crispy little bacons for our...
Oh no, I
not
accidentally...
751 degrees.
Not 751 degrees.
I didn't know.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and hit
it could do that.
Start. Yeah, I know. It can, wow. We're going to have to try that 750 degree one earlier. So you're waiting on the
kryptonite pan.
So you're looking at the smoker waiting for that. Do you want to go ahead and get started chopping the
and
Savoy cabbage?
This is the point on our smoker where I have to make, like, I had to run in and out to make fine adjustments to the airflow on it. So I will probably be running in and out.
Ooh, Daisy Dogs uses sweet relish.
And right now, at this time, I try not to distract myself from the smoker temperature. We're at 166 degrees, and just a few minutes ago when we told you it was at 158. So I'm going to kind of be paying attention to that, and then I will get started.
Right on.
Then I will chop.
Well, I mean, you can chop and pay attention to it,
And
right? Or are you just going to stand there and watch me work?
I can do that better.
Okay, cool. Would you actually get me a wooden spatula so that way we can...
I can help you.
You know what? You can stir the bacon. That seems like
You can stir the bacon, honey.
Honey, you can stir the bacon. Babs is in here. Hello, Babs. Babs
What's
is
up?
the unofficial, or the official timer of FoodTok TV. And y'all, if you are new to FoodTok TV, welcome in. We do live cooking shows on the daily, and Monday through Friday we have multiple shows throughout the day. Saturday and Sunday we have our own specialty shows, so be sure you're following us. It's a variety of creators. Our show is on Saturday. We're known as the Tailgate. We started the Tailgate back when college football was happening, and so every single Saturday there was some sort of food, or it felt like a celebration every single Saturday to be able to watch this. But of course, since college football is not here right now, we are just tailgating pretty much anything. What up, Babs? And so I am kind of latticing this.
We're also tailgating tomorrow's Predators game.
Oh yeah, we're tailgating tomorrow's Predators game.
Because we will be at that game.
Because we got tickets to tomorrow's Predators game. So I'm just kind of weaving each bacon pieces. Y'all, I am not being skimpy with my bacon today. I am not being skimpy with it.
No. Today is that's why I got 2 pounds.
Today
and I thought
is
we would
a
use
full
almost every
force
bit.
bacon day.
Yeah.
And so I'm essentially just...
Springtime bacon, cause Easter, yo.
Yes.
It's coming soon, I guess.
Yes.
I hear that people like to do porky things for Easter.
Yeah.
I like to be grilling or smoking something, which is why I am.
Yes. Oh, do you actually want to work on mandolining the apples? Would that be
I
something?
couldn't do that, and yeah, because we were 176 degrees.
Yeah, still
even
watching
though
the
that was a great prop. There, I think I'm going to turn this down a few degrees.
Okay, yes, perfect. Yeah, we want the fat to render out before it browns for our crispiest bacon.
And we're starting, we're on the verge of getting some browning effect if I don't keep on top of stirring this, so that's why I like to turn it down just a little bit.
So every other
There
one,
we go. I
I'm
think
just kind of
that's
lifting it through, so we're just kind of doing a cool little braid thing. This isn't necessary. You could just like wrap it individually, but we are going for the photo here. We are going for the presentation.
What's the little thing they do? The twist the apple, A, B, C? Oh. I don't know what that means either.
I don't know what you were just doing.
It's something we did back in elementary school.
We went to different elementary schools, so
Yeah,
I'm
way
lost.
different elementary schools. Oh man.
So what he's doing,
Yeah.
you can scoop out the seeds
Popping out the seeds,
and
man.
mandolin it. And so our idea, we haven't done this before because pork loin and apples go so well together. And so we wanted to incorporate apples some way into it. We also thought about just dicing the apples and kind of having our own like smoked apple situation. But the pork loin is taking up the real estate, basically. So
The grill estate.
The grill estate, yes. So what we figured is that we are gonna like mandolin the apples and put it in between the lattice and the pork loin. So this will be the whole like wrapped situation. And my parts over here are gonna be underneath where it's not quite a perfect braid. 'Cause, I mean, it's bacon. It's not a perfect rectangle for this. Oh, yes. Y'all tap the screens. Tap the screens. Yes, Babs. Thank you so much for reminding people to give us a follow and to follow FoodTok TV. And, you know, check out our pinned post because that's where you're going to be able to see our schedule for when everyone goes on. We have a lot of great creators with their own specific niches in there. If you're unfamiliar with me and my content, I'm also known on this app as the Mustard Queen. So if I were to niche down my food, it would be mustard. Like, I love adding mustard into food. Now, if we're niching our style of food, it's tailgate food. We're party food, we're grilling food.
And we still add mustard.
And we still add mustard a lot of times, yes. But it is very much so a, we're the party people. We do have a lot of people that are more focused on the quick dinners, getting food on, like busy mom meals. Christina's really good with the busy mom meals. Trini on Thursdays is really good with the no fuss pantry meals. And then we have Mayumi, who does Japanese cooking. We have Kunchi, who does a lot of smoking and grilling, but then also he shows us some Jamaican food since he is Jamaican. It's just such a great variety of people. And y'all, another thing that FoodTokTV does that I'm super excited about is we have Grub Match coming up. So a week from today, will be Grub Match. Yeah, and so a week from today, it will be at 6 p.m. Central. On this page, it's our live cooking competition, and what that's going to be is they have 1 hour to make as many dishes or as little dishes as they want it with the secret ingredient. And the secret ingredient this time around is legumes. Legumes. So I'm excited about that one. But they have 1 hour for everything. What up, Mr. Crown Royal?
Mr. Crown Royal, that's another.
Yes, another FoodTokTV creator. He's on Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Central. Does a lot of grilling. A lot of, his show is the Grill and Chill. Does a lot of grilling. Does a lot of, right now, is it still Lent? Because they've been doing a lot of meatless stuff for Lent. Meat and seafood. I think that's what's going on.
Cool question.
Yeah.
Where's the little thing that keeps me from losing my fingertips?
The thing that keeps you from losing your fingertips. I don't like those things. I do the cut glove.
Yeah, where's that?
Here you go. Here's the cut glove.
Cut glove, awesome.
The cut glove. Oh, I'm almost wondering if I had enough bacon for this. But you know what? It's potato salad. It's a peppercini bacon potato salad, and we'll be fine. Beth, what up? Welcome in. Angel Kiss, welcome in. We are working on a bacon wrapped pork loin that's going to go on the smoker. We're trying something new where we're going to mandolin these apples and put them in between the pork loin. So here in a second. Oh, that's perfect, Ryan.
Ah, yes,
look how perfect of sizing that is. So we're going to put the mandolin. I'm going to season this really well. We're going to put the mandolin apples over here. We're going to wrap everything. And then we're gonna mustard binder and season the bacon on the top. So,
do you like single?
I am actually not gonna be dealing with anything raw at this moment because I gotta make the rub. So we're finishing that, we're letting it down.
Yeah, and I gotta get
these.
I gotta get these apples sliced.
What about these apples?
I like these apples.
How do you like these apples?
This thing scares me.
You should be scared. Y'all, if you use a mandolin and you're not scared of it, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, you should be very respectful of its.
Respect the mandolin because it does not respect you.
Yeah, it does not respect you.
No. So
it gives no F's.
Right. Sounds delicious. I made awesome tempura last night. Yeah. Oh man, oh yeah, I loved the tip that Jesse had, Mr. Crown Royal had with the shrimp to make it super straight. And when you do the shrimp tempura and making it super straight, like cutting it along the ribs of it. And they're not something we ever really think about, because when shrimp cooks, it like curls. So I never really thought how they did that with tempura.
Correct. These aren't worth your fingertips.
These are not, they're chef snacks.
Chefy snacks, yeah.
Chef snacks,
it's
not
good
worth the
because you get a lot of
fingertips.
the skin in there.
Right. Now if you don't have a cut glove like this, another thing you can do is whatever you're slicing on the mandolin, you can also just like stick a fork in it.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Because if you hit your blade with that fork,
Oh, okay,
it's
so not
gone.
that. So what would you suggest if they didn't have a cut glove?
The little thing that comes with it.
Oh yeah, like the,
Or learn how to slice.
right, or learn how to slice.
So now horseplay.
So Beth said hers came with the guard and gloves. I have the guard somewhere, but for me the guard is super slippery, but yeah, anytime you're using mandolin, cautious. So to this, My rub is gonna be, you think that's enough brown sugar? Or should I just empty it out?
I think that's plenty.
That's plenty?
Yeah, I wouldn't want any more than that.
Now I'm gonna dump the rest of my chili powder in here. I use a homemade chili, I don't know, should I dump it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Because I've been meaning to make a new one anyway. I make my own chili powder out of dried chilies. And I love doing that because you can really change the flavor of it with like different types of chilies. You can make it hotter or fruitier or smokier. So we're gonna start with the brown sugar and the chili powder.
Yeah.
Of course, if you know, you know. Gotta have some mustard powder in here.
And our smoker is up to about 196 at the moment, so it's behaving.
Woo. And scoop in
I'll go ahead and grind your.
mustard powder.
I'll grind up some other things for you.
Wonderful. Also got some paprika.
Oh,
And
it's
I'm not
caraway.
measuring-
I almost.
I'm not measuring any of this
Done that.
stuff either. Typically, whenever we make our rubs, it's just like we add the entire spice cabinet to it and then we adjust and taste.
Yes. It's a great technique.
Yes. Taste and adjust.
I'm gonna be. This is some cumin seed, because we generally don't keep ground cumin. But a lot of times we would toast this.
Hey, Forged.
Because it is, I don't think it's toasted already. We would toast this, bring out the flavors in it, but we're just not doing that today.
Yeah.
Ain't
Ain't
got
nobody.
Ain't got no time for that.
So onion powder. We have this roasted garlic powder, which is so good. So much better than the standard garlic powder. We are in love with that. And adding some red cayenne. Taste to adjust, but of course, if you just saw, I added a ton of it. And of course, salt and pepper.
And what do we say about a heaping teaspoon to that?
Yeah.
A little bit of cumin.
Yep. And do you want to salt and pepper it too while I'm stirring?
Cumin, yeah, and we're gonna add some celery seed to this too.
So yeah, even though this is mostly brown sugar, at the end of it, it's not going to be super sweet because of all the stuff we added to it. Like if anything, the brown sugar is just like the vehicle. But it also sweetens it up, of course, because it has sugar. But we add so much stuff to it, it's not going to taste like pure brown sugar.
No.
Spices are good for so many things. If you mix castor oil and cayenne pepper, it's good for joints. You can put it on your knees.
Yes, cayenne pepper is very good for you. And
Yes, and that is something that people do for mustard and stuff too, like with mustard powder. So are we just doing one of the apples, I think?
Yeah, I think one's plenty for this.
So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like season apples,
teaspoon
season,
of that celery seed,
and then salt and pepper.
and then yes,
Otherwise there's paprika, cayenne, mustard powder, onion powder, roasted garlic powder.
that's gonna take forever. I'm just gonna grind some. And you put we got garlic in there.
Yes. And we're gonna taste it.
Um,
And cumin.
and the cumin I got in there, and celery seed. I think you said that. And
Ooh,
what
that's
am I
good.
looking for? Oh, the
Yeah, you were doing the salt, but
pepper.
or pepper. Okay.
Peppercorns. Peppercorns.
Oh, and did we want to do the pink peppercorns as well?
I can do some of those too.
Adding a bit of salt, but even without all the salt and pepper, this is really good.
You like a lot of black pepper now.
Lost the bacon. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Tap the screens, share the live, and be sure you're following FoodTokTV.
These pink peppercorns have lasted us for so long, but they're almost gone, and it's about time to
So
re-up.
sad.
I love using pink peppercorn and the barbecue rubs. It really holds up through the smoking process, and it just like the little they get in. It's kind of embedded in the bark, and it's just so good when you hit like one of those little burst of pink peppercorny flavor. So that's a little secret of ours that we're sharing with you.
Yes. The pink peppercorn, it has that like little like mouth numbing heat.
Yeah, it's a zing sort of, I would say. I also, whenever I do it, I'll put it in here with some, I'll put it in with another thing, usually black peppercorn, because when it's very oily. So when you crush pink peppercorn by itself, it kind of gums up and sticks to each other, and it's really difficult to deal with. Also, if you're doing anything in a spice grinder, don't do your pink peppercorn by itself, because your whole spice grinder will be sticky, and you'll have a hard time washing that out. So I always do it alongside black peppercorn, and then it can help absorb some of the oils that are in the pink peppercorn.
Thank y'all so much for being here. If you're just tuning in, we are working on a bacon wrapped pork loin. We're trying something new with this to where we're going to be, we have this bacon lattice here that we're going to wrap the pork loin with, but in between we have these slices of apples that we're going to put in between there. He's crushing up some black peppercorn and pink peppercorn for this rub that we made. And I'm going to put some of the rub here, layer of apples, rub, and then I'm going to have the, well, I'll put the apples, but then I'll have the rub on the pork loin.
Yeah, we'll put some on that, and then when we wrap it all up, then we'll put mustard and then rub on that.
Because we love a good mustard binder around here. Because if y'all are unfamiliar, I am the mustard queen. I am known for making mustards from scratch and overall just cooking with
I thought we
mustard.
were doing spicy brown.
Oh, spicy brown. Yes, we are doing a spicy brown. What did I say? Did I say yellow
Oh,
mustard?
I just saw the yellow mustard.
Oh,
over
the
there.
yellow mustard, that's for if we have time and want to do something else.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
I love
Yes, so
having
after
time
we
and
get
doing some
this on the smoker, it's going to take 1 to 2 hours to be on the smoker. So our side items we're going to be doing today, we're going to be doing a potato salad and we're going to be doing a coleslaw. Absolutely perfect because these can sit in the fridge and we'll be ready once our pork loin is.
And it's springtime. It's nice. We have a nice window of weather right now. And then I think it's going to get really stormy around 5 o'clock. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, perfect little window of opportunity to sneak in a quick smoke.
Yes.
And,
I want to do a roll call of where y'all are from because I'm curious how many people are also dealing with the storms like we are.
It's a pretty, if you're in the southeast, you've been
If you're in the southeast.
getting pummeled.
Oh man. You know, I'm super appreciative
this black
of the
peppercorn.
weather and like where they're actually alerting us to where there's floods and danger, but oh man, is it excessive.
So much. But I mean, that's kind of what floods are.
Yeah.
Excessive.
Yeah.
Floods aren't known for being frugal.
Right.
Alright, and so we do love a bunch of black pepper, and that's why I just opted to
Black pepper.
smash it all
Pink
up.
peppercorn.
I opted to smash it all up for myself because if I was using the grinder, I would deplete the whole thing and I would still be doing it.
Tornado watch in Texas, Houston area. We got a bunch of people from Indiana in here.
Indiana!
That's cool. What up?
Alright, there we
Okay,
go.
and so I did stir this already kind of, but we'll go ahead and I'm gonna try to use as much of this rub as possible. Sure, we can save it for later as long as I don't like touch my, you know, pork fingers in here. I can save it for later. However, the longer you save it, the more it's gonna clump up.
And the more flavor it's going to lose.
Oh, did you have a, oh,
I do that.
I'll go ahead and,
Keep your rub hand strong.
oh, I didn't taste it first. I had tasted it before you added all the peppercorns
it's
and it was
good.
really good, but like I hope it's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
Good deal.
I'm getting that, the brightness of the celery seed there. And I like your approach to rub the inside of the bacon rather than the
Inside
loin
of the bacon.
itself. Yeah.
And then we'll,
Oh man, yes, this is fun. I like this.
and it's
our-
fine that these apples are a bit browned already because they're just gonna brown more in the smoker.
Which is at 204 degrees currently and
I did-
slowly rising, so that is good.
I did not see anybody else on the internet making anything like this.
Our smoker is behaving for us today. That's great.
Don't speak too soon. Oh yes, this pork loin will be amazing.
And I need.
I think think that's a good apple layer.
Yeah, I love it.
I was wondering if we should have mandolined the other, but this seems to be perfect.
I think it's good, and I think that's a nice thickness on the slices.
Yes, some of them are getting like a little double layer on this. Never tried this before. I'll let y'all know how it goes when it's done here.
We've done the lattice, but never
We've
the
done the
apples.
lattice, we've done the bacon wrap, we've done the pork loin smoke, but we have not done the apples in between everything.
Knives.
So we're just gonna take the. Should the mustard be on here too?
I don't think so.
We'll do mustard on the
Make sure you're
outside.
saving some of that rub for the outside.
Outside,
Too,
yeah. I'm gonna try to use all this rub today.
Yeah.
Yes, super well
Yes.
seasoned. And you
That
know,
is a
mustard isn't necessary
pretty-
to rub because obviously the meat juices are enough of a glue.
I did choose this one because it is marbling over here.
Yeah.
It's a thick.
But are we
it's
sure
a
we don't
thick
want to
boy.
remove any of this?
That if it's loose, you know.
Otherwise
I'm not too worried about it.
And I'm not too seasoning.
Yeah. I don't want to try to trim that fat. It's
Right.
gonna be like wrestling a.
Dang, I should have had some sort of like plastic wrap underneath here or something. But
To pull it up.
yeah.
Oh,
Would
that
you
would've
glove
been
my
really
other
good.
hand?
Yes.
There's the okay. Glove my other hand.
A glove for my love.
Aww. Bloop, bloop. I don't have any like bits on the end to
Do you need some toothpicks or something?
I don't know. Probably.
Stick it in there.
Well, we do have those skewers that we can use.
Where are they at? Okay. Oh, these are yes.
Oh, look at that! That's so beautiful.
Oh my goodness. I think we'll want a few things to stake it in at the bottom for when we transfer it over to the smoker.
Right, like maybe
That's going
some
to be
of
the biggest magic trick of all.
Yes.
Here's some of these.
we are going to. Beautiful.
That pinned down, yeah.
Yeah.
And we did that fat cap on the bottom of it, which is where we like it. Everybody's got a different preference for their fat cap, but this is not something that's going to go in there for, half of a day to where that fat cap's going to get completely rendered. This is only, we're going to pull this at around 140 degrees, so it hits a target temp of 145 degrees. So, like I said, it should only take about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. This is a pretty thick boy, so maybe 2 hours on the smoker, but look at that. You got some meat flaps hanging down there, babe.
What about the pork loin? Okay, yeah, that is correct because it looks beautiful on the top, but at the bottom, it's
It's a little,
we gotta like
flappy.
a little flappy. Could you hand me some more of the
Yep.
skewers? You just kind of
Sorry.
abandoned skewer duty. I don't want my raw hands to be inside the package.
Definitely,
So.
and I don't want them to either.
Right, because we want to use those later.
Is that enough?
I don't know.
Maybe a couple more? I'll put them over here.
Oh yeah, these are getting plenty of skewers.
Yeah.
I think this will be good. Okay, now I need your help again.
Okay. Go.
He's my clean hands. So spicy brown. Such a great idea for Easter too. Yes, this is a nice Easter dish. I think this would be perfect for Easter.
Well,
So, spicy brown.
I was in charge of coming up with the recipe, and he was like, "What do people do for Easter?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
Pork.
Pork, big hunks of pork."
Ham. We do have a ham in our freezer, so maybe next time we'll do like some Easter leftover potato skins or something. Oh yes. Some of my favorite places.
Want me to give it a squirt?
Yes, please. One of my favorite places to get mustard is actually Aldi's because they do have like German mustard that's like very, like it's not name brand or anything, but it's just so good for what it is. And you want to sprinkle some seasoning. This is the underside, so it's okay that it's not
The
too pretty.
underbelly.
The underbelly.
Underbelly of the beast. Underbelly of the dragon. pork dragon.
Give it a nice good rub. Nobody is gonna call this under seasoned.
No.
Nobody is calling this, it's not seasoned.
Ain't
No.
nobody.
This is packed of seasoning.
And bacon.
And bacon.
So much pork.
Okay, do you want to turn off that
All
bacon?
the porky. Oh,
Speaking
yes. Stop.
Oh, there's the pretty one. Yes. The pretty lettuce. Huh. Oh, yes. We don't want to like soak it in mustard, but
Yeah.
you know, and you will get some of the mustard flavor in this, but it won't be super mustardy. Like
not
as
really.
it cooks, it's gonna cook out. Like you
but-
might taste a little bit of mustard, but not really. And you can use pretty much any condiment for this.
Yeah.
We've done a mayo rubbed turkey before. That was really good.
That freaked people. That,
Yeah, that freaked
sent
people.
the internet.
That
Like,
sent the internet out.
Completely just. I like a lot of people come out of the woodwork for that one.
Oh yeah.
Try to get some of these little brown sugar clumps. All right, so the smoker is sitting at 216 degrees currently, which is perfect. It's just really it's working very well with us right now, so that's awesome.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry, I was getting busting up some of the clumps. Make sure we get them sides
Yeah.
covered.
I would hate to have an underseasoned side.
Yes, we would. Ends here a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Ah, yes. Of course, this is so much easier when you have a teammate, but if you're working by yourself, just use a clean hand and a not clean hand. I've done that, and it's generally okay.
Oh man, that looks beautiful.
Ta-da!
Dub.
Pulling my gloves out over the food. Do a close-up. Ooh. Now it's gonna go on the smoker. Oh yeah. Yes, y'all, I'll have this recipe up later today too, once we have the photo and the completed project. So be sure you're following us on FoodTokTV, so that way this recipe will post up on our stories when it's posted. And you'll only see that if you follow us. Ooh. Thank you. Bab says it's beautiful. Melissa Merd says this is going to be so gorgeous cooked off. I hope so. I hope it's a beautiful centerpiece. Ah, yes.
Here you go, my dear.
Thank you. And then it is potato time. I gotta wash my hands because now I gotta start working on the potato salad and stuff like that. But of course, I want to have like my clean workstation since I was just dealing with a lot of raw pork.
And I'm gonna go put that bad boy on the smoker. We're at 220 degrees right now. Loving that. And so I'm gonna go do that.
Okay. Should we follow you, or
If you
should?
would, if you can, you're always welcome to follow me to the smoker.
Let's follow Ryan to the smoker. Taking it. We're going on a field trip.
All right, let me get you can go ahead and go out there, and I'll meet you at the smoker.
Okay, cool. But yeah, y'all, you can't even tell that we have been in severe flood warnings and tornado warnings. It's looking beautiful, but you know what? It's probably going to change later today. So here is the smoker. And Ryan is not very quick to come over here.
I gotta get the temp probe ready.
Got to get the tip probe ready.
Temp probe. Temperature probe.
Okay.
Sorry.
I should have just stayed there. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. And so one thing about this, we didn't have time to do this, but there are these gaskets. We have had this smoker for years now. And this gasket, it's like a rubber gasket that closes everything. And it was supposed to be replaced before we did the smoke. It's fine, you know, whatever, we'll do it next time. But we're thinking we're gonna record it so Ryan can show you how to replace that gasket. yeah, you can kind of see it doesn't like all the way close right there. But dude, I love these style of smokers. You don't have to constantly be feeding it and babysitting it. It retains heat super well. It's just an overall great thing. Okay, there he is.
Yes.
There he is.
Yes, the Kamado.
Yeah, this is the
Kamado. You say Kamado.
Right.
Kamado. I don't think anybody calls it. I don't think anybody says Kamado. But I'm going to get this thing right up here in the middle and right there and try to get that right up into the middle piece.
Yes.
Center in the meat.
You know, one thing I didn't do was count how many toothpicks were in there. So that way we would know to pull them all out.
All right, so try to keep this 225. Look at that, man, right as it goes on. Perfect timing.
Well, it's 226, so not perfect.
Well, I mean, we're trying to keep it between 225 and 250. That's our target temps here, and we want to try to do this quickly so we don't allow an inrush of air. We're not worried about losing heat. We're worried about getting too much air in and then consequentially raising the heat too much. So we're gonna lose heat, but we're gonna get it back. And my gasket, you can see.
Oh yeah, I was telling them what was up. I was telling them what was up, but
that's okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna be replacing that later. Yeah.
Here. Can you take that out? Right there. Drape those meat curtains.
Gotta drape the meat curtains.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
So it's sitting nice and pretty. And we are using apple wood, because why not?
Bye-bye.
I'm not worried about, I usually have a little corner of my gasket that I like to situate my wires in there, but I'm going to be replacing this gasket anyways.
Yeah. So we're at 195. We did initially lose some of the heat, but when we opened it, we introduced air, and so that's going to make the fire hotter. So in a few, this is going to go above what we originally had. So see, it's already hiking up.
And yes, I have a new gasket here that I'll be installing on that. So I think I'll do a video.
Yeah, Ryan will do a video on his own page. You can follow him at Getting It In with Ryan.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Get it in with Ryan.
So flipping the camera back to me, we are going to go back inside because we got to do the sides.
One video on my page, so
he's done one video on his page that I helped him edit, and so Ryan's getting into the being a content creator. He's getting there.
Getting it in.
Getting it in with Ryan.
Getting it in there.
So Ryan, I don't know if you want to say hello to the chat.
Hello to the chat.
Well, no, I mean on your account.
Oh yeah.
So people know where to follow you.
Oh, okay, I can do that. I was gonna do this real quick though, because I touched all this and I need to wash my hands.
Yes. So, go. He's washing his hands. I got some red potatoes that I have already, washed. I'm gonna go ahead and get my water boiling so that way I can make some potato salad. I'm not peeling the skins. You can peel the skins if you like your skins peeled. I don't got time for that.
I like the skins.
Me too. And nutrients.
Yeah, nutrients and aesthetic.
Yeah, I like the red potato skins on there. Trying to see what. So I'm quartering them and halving them. So I'm cutting these into eighths. Oh yes. Oh man, y'all be sure you're following us so you can see the final photo of that pork loin. It is going to be amazing. Ryan and I were so excited because we thought we would have a relatively short show because, you know, on FoodTokTV, all of our creators, we do 1 hour shows. Now the tailgate is a bit more relaxed because, I mean, a lot of our smoking and stuff ends up taking more than an hour. So we often do like a part 1 and part 2. But we're like, man, like this should be easy enough. And I just looked at the time and we got 15 minutes and I haven't started on the other sides. But it's okay. It's okay. For sure, we will have these sides ready before the pork loin.
You know, I think we should do a part 2
Yeah?
And then I think it'll be done by like right at the end of a part 2.
You think?
If we take an intermission,
If we take an intermission?
yeah, then we do another hour. I'm betting it'll be blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah,
Okay.
blah, blah.
I like the part 2. Because we are the tailgate. Or we call it the first half and the second half. But I love the first half and the second half, but we joke about how, because we'll have time in between the first half and the second half, we joke about how we need to have some, like another live that's not cooking just for entertainment. Like we gotta have a halftime show. I think that would be so funny. So if you're just joining us, we just put a bacon wrapped Lattice pork loin on the smoker.
Oh, hey, Ryan. Ryan says, get it in.
Get it in, yep. I'm gonna go ahead and pin this. So that's Ryan's account if you want to give him a follow. He's I have a little bit more followers than him, so I feel like I should help him out. I just have
Yeah,
a little bit more. Just a little bit more.
The fact that I have any followers is pretty awesome to me.
I mean, I think the same thing about myself.
I thought you were just going to say me. But I mean, yeah.
About myself, you know.
About myself.
For the joke, he has like 65 followers and I have 90,000. that was the joke.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. But he's, you know, all over the place with his stuff. Because he's also been wanting to post like some of the stuff he doesn't work. Or like car related stuff. Or
Yeah, and also
not cooking stuff.
Also do content at work too, so
Yeah, he
you
does.
can watch me be awkward there as well.
Woo! And Babs is like, yeah, let's follow Ryan. Which I'm sure Babs is already following Ryan.
I think Babs is. I believe so.
I'm sure she is. Alright. Okay. So now I do have So my water's not boiling yet, which is great because I'm gonna go ahead and do this without hurting myself.
Or
And then,
me.
or you, but then also I'm seeing if that's enough room. Oh yeah. So once that comes up to a boil, about 10 minutes. Boom. Okay, so you want to start? I have the cabbage over there. If you want to start the slaw.
Yeah, we can start with that, and then so I'm just thinking of how our second half is going to work. Oh yeah, that bowl, that'll be a good slaw bowl.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you can go ahead and start chopping up the cabbage, and then
Slaw bowl.
we'll finish
Yeah.
up with the chopped cabbage.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. And then when we come back, we got we're going to be making a Carolina barbecue sauce, and
Because it needs some sort of sauce, but
we might squeeze in a cocktail in that second half.
yeah, we might be able to squeeze in a cocktail. Happy Saturday. So we got like 20 minutes of this half. Because remember, we started late too.
Yeah, we did start a little late. Yeah. Hey, I feel like we've gotten a lot done here.
We have. We're getting
Even though
better.
it might not look like it. Or maybe time is just moving slower.
Right.
I don't know. I don't have really. I don't know how time works. I don't really know. Oh yeah, here we go. Cabbage.
Is this still hot? Okay. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
remove
no,
that.
that's for a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but the bottom of it is still kind of
Oh,
hot.
Oh, I got you. All right. So I have for my slaw. I use it for the first time.
Like as a slaw.
As a slaw, Savoy cabbage, and I love it. I think it's amazing.
It was just such a good slaw.
It's a great texture. It's got a texture kind of like in between a Napa cabbage and a green cabbage. It has way more nutrients in pretty much every department than a green cabbage. So it's more nutritious than a green cabbage. And I don't see any downside to it. So I'm going to be buying Savoy cabbage a lot more often.
He's in his Savoy cabbage era.
Yeah, I'm in my Savoy cabbage era. The Savoy cabbage phase. Just add a little Savoy scoff in there.
Little Savoy scoff.
And like the outer leaves here, I can use these. These look great. And Taylor's already washed this for me, so
I have.
I am going to quarter it.
And I'll go ahead and do some other chopping.
Quarter this, and then I'm gonna go and hone my knife because it is not. It's not.
What up, Grandma? How are you doing? And y'all, welcome to FoodTok TV. We appreciate you tapping those screens. Already at 6K likes. We appreciate you and everything you do for us. If you're not following FoodTok TV, you should totally be doing that. On our pinned post on FoodTok TV, you'll be able to see the full schedule of who goes live and when. To check us out, we have a great variety of creators with all different niches of cooking. And you can also check out FoodTokTV.com. That's where all of our recipes are from our live shows. So be sure you're following us too, because whenever these recipes get posted to FoodTokTV.com, I'm going to post it in our stories. So yes, for this potato salad. Of course with potato salad, it's like pretty standard of a recipe where it's kind of, you know, if you're going to make a potato salad for a recipe blog or a live show or something, you got to do something interesting with the potato salad, right? It can't just be, I mean, it can be standard. It can be simple.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Tell
wrong.
me what I can and can't do.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a simple potato salad, but I love just weird varieties and interpretations of it. So this time, we're going to be doing a peppercini. We're going to chop up some pepperoncinis that are going to go inside of the potato salad. And then I'm going to combine that with Italian seasoning because, y'all, one of my best mustard making videos, like one of my best homemade mustards that I teach people how to make, like if people were to ask me my favorite, these would be my favorites, but when you make mustard from scratch, you soak the mustard seeds in water and or vinegar as well. And so whenever I make a peppercini mustard, I will use the brine and soak my mustard seeds in that. And it's so amazingly good. But one of my favorite parts about it too is like it just works so well with Italian seasoning. So that's kind of the inspiration for this potato salad, is just how well pickled pepperoncinis and Italian seasoning go well together. So
yeah,
that,
I think potato salads, you like. I think a pickle. It needs a vinegary.
Oh, do you want me to grate the?
Component.
It really does. Oh, do you want me to grate the carrots?
If you don't have anything else to do, yeah.
Yeah, but I always see these used for cheese and pretty much nothing else. But you can absolutely do other things.
So I got some finely sliced quarters here, and then I'm going to come in the other perpendicular direction here. And we're not going way too fine for this, but we do want to give it a little bit more. We're not going for so much of a shred as we are, you know, a fine chop there. So that's kind of what we get, and we're not too worried about everything being
Melissa
perfectly
Bird
consistent.
says she loves green olives in her potato salad.
Ah,
And you know, before this, because I was wanting to do the pepperoncinis and stuff, kind of my original idea was to kind of make like an antipasto potato salad with olives and like salami and tomatoes, but we didn't have a lot of those ingredients, so we're just focusing on the pepperoncinis. If we had olives, I would have done some sort of antipasto salad. Like, you know, like olives and cured meat and...
I need to run and make some minute adjustments to the smoker real quick.
Okay. So it's at 238, are you just adjusting it so that way it lowers the temp?
Yeah, that. So what I'm going to do is that top vent, I'm going to move it just ever so slightly
To restrict the
to
airflow?
restrict some of the airflow in it. I don't generally mess with my bottom vent unless it's like a really long smoke. like a 12 to 14 hour smoke with a pork butter or brisket or something.
And these carrots are washed. I just don't peel my carrots because I don't like peeling.
It's not appealing to you?
Not appealing
Is
to
that
peel.
what you're saying?
Oh yeah. Ryan,
Oh,
a lot of carrot.
freaking.
I don't know if he'll want more carrot than that, though. Go ahead.
No, I don't.
Okay. You heard him go outside. He's like, no, I do not want any more carrot than that. But since I'm already here, I'll grate the rest of it, and then I'll use it for another dinner this week. That's one thing I love about these deli containers. Like whenever I do a lot of chopping or something for a meal, I'll typically chop extra, just so whenever I'm ready to cook dinner later in the week, I already got some veggies chopped. What up, Toby and Dina? Hello. Y'all welcome in. We are making potato salad and coleslaw, and we have a bacon-wrapped pork loin on our smoker now. This is part one of a two-part show, so in the second part, you'll be able to see the pork loin, so be sure you're giving us a follow so you can see that beautiful pork loin. Don't worry, we will be posting it on our socials. So be sure you're following us so you can see the beautiful pork loin. I think it really is a beautiful piece that's perfect for Easter. That's something more than a ham.
Yeah, I feel like I just killed it or I just crushed it when Taylor said find something for Easter when I had to go to the grocery store last night.
Yes. A lot of times, originally when we started doing our live shows together, we were like, okay, we're going to rotate who writes what recipes. But it's been my turn the past couple of months.
It's been her turn for too long.
It's been my turn
Time
for
for a
too
change.
long.
She's been hogging the recipes over here, so I gotta sprinkle a little bit of my getting it in over here.
We got to remind FoodTokTV that Ryan is an equal creator in this show.
Equal creator. I am a co-creator.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just giving that a stir because, this is an induction cooktop here. So, it typically heats up super quickly, but of course this is filled with water and potatoes, so that's why it's taking so long. All right, let's raise the roof on that. Whoop whoop. Okay, yeah, I gotta put this out. So bothering me. Y'all welcome in. So what all are you gonna put in this?
Where'd you throw up?
Oh, it's that plastic thing that goes with the. No, I didn't
I'm
throw
just
it out.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No. Yes, Whisk Takers on Facebook. Bob says that you're doing a great job with the cabbage, by the way.
Thank you, Babsy.
But yes, Whisk Takers is our Facebook group, so be sure you're following that as well. It's just a place for you to post your own food. You can see the food that we post. We post memes. Overall, just like a private community to talk food, and you get to be in the same Facebook group as FoodTokTV creators.
You should have a group called Mean Girls.
Meme. I'm sure that exists.
It has
If that
to. It
doesn't
has to
already
exist.
exist, then
You know.
Where's the smiling spatula?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm glad you noticed.
Oh no, Melissa Merck loves the smiling spatula because I have these utensils that I use, but I'll be quite honest, oftentimes I buy things just because they're yellow. I'm the mustard queen. It happens.
Like, I'll buy things for her just because they're
yellow. Yes. Alright. I guess I'll go ahead and slice some of the pepperoncinis. I should have accounted for the potatoes taking a long time to boil, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's alright. We got, got some time because we have a big old hunk of pork on the smoker.
Right.
Then I really wanted to do a overnight pork butt smoke and just make sandwiches for this show, and we'll do that.
Oh, that will
sometime.
happen sometime
That
this
will
summer.
definitely happen, but it was storming last night, and that's just not going to happen because we don't have a covered patio.
Right. We did at one point, but with all the storms and whatever that happened, yeah, it's just an expensive endeavor.
Yes.
Unless we get something that's like a permanent fixture.
Kind of mixing.
Mean girls for frame girl.
Mixing this as I go. Okay, I'm up to 244, so I'm going to make another minute
Lowering
adjustment.
the adjustment.
Yeah, just there's probably somewhere between a 1/16 and 1/8 of inch of movement on that top vent.
Sometimes I wonder how many of the like minute things actually matter, or if he just likes playing with it.
Well, with the
He's like, they do matter.
the Kamado, you can't make too big of an adjustment, and then you see your temp going up more, and then you come out and you move it more, and you mess with it too much, you're gonna really just you're gonna throw a wrench in the whole deal because most of the heat inside your Kamado is once it's come up to temperature, it's thick ceramic. You know, it's probably about 1 inch thick ceramic inside, so that retains a lot of heat. So you just really want that fire kind of smoldering inside for a low, slow smoke like this.
I guess I was saying that last night about Fran needing an emoticon, and I was actually telling someone that I'm going to be working on emoticons later today, which, by the way, y'all, if you subscribe to this, we have all sorts of emotes for our FoodTok TV creators that you can use. Let's see. This one's mine. As you can see, it's mustardy. I got to come up with one for Ryan. I have some ideas for arts that I was going to do, too. Daphne needs one. But we do have a bunch of like creator stuff, and then also a bunch of our fans or a bunch of our mods. If we have a fun inside joke too, we'll put them on there. So yeah, if you follow us long enough, you might get your own emote. So I had about 5 or 6 pepperoncinis that I diced, and I'm gonna save the juice. Y'all, I love pepperoncini juice for cooking.
Oh, it smells so good.
Love it so
I love
much.
this.
But we're gonna save that because we're gonna use some of that in our potato salad. Wipe my station. What is the temperature on the pork now?
The
And are we able to predict how long it's
the-
going to take from here based on
the
that?
pork is sitting at 63 degrees Fahrenheit. And we are shooting for a finish temp of 145, so we're going to be pulling it around 100 to 142 degrees. No more than that, because we're going to have some carryover cooking in effect. And what I've found is on the smoker with, or grill with carryover cooking, the higher the temperature that you're cooking at, the more carryover you're going to have. So if you've got that, like if you're doing a pork butt and you're shooting for 198 to 203 to finish it with, and you're doing it at like 220, you're going to have less carryover at that 220 than if you were doing it at 250 to 275. You would have more carryover with that more temperature. It just takes a little bit more to get those bigger cuts of meat across the finish line too. There's a lot of factors in it that I don't understand though, so I just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and I keep learning and realizing that I don't know as much as I thought I did. The more I learn, the less I know.
We love it whenever we're cooking these meals to have these deli containers just to
Oh,
like,
those
have
so
all
good.
of our.
So good. So
ingredients.
crucial.
Oh, I was also going to use some green onion.
It's so not. Now that's a bowl of slaw right there.
That is a bowl of slaw. Which of course I love the bagged slaws, don't get me wrong, I love the bagged slaws. It's just such a quick and easy way to avoid all this time or whatever. But the amount of money we spent on the carrot and cabbage is probably the same amount we would have spent for like one small bag.
Yeah, for the bag of slaw, and it's just better when you do it yourself too. But I do love just taking a bag of slaw and dumping it in there. But I know what I did to it, and I don't know what they did to it before it went in the bag. So you have a little bit more control over your destiny when you do it yourself too.
Right. I'll
And
put the white sandy greens in here.
scallions are going to be a very big
Oh,
component.
is that what you're doing in your slaw?
Yeah.
Cool, because
This
I'm
is-
doing green onions for my.
Do you need any more than that? Because I'm about to use the rest.
Use the rest.
Okay.
Because I took 3.
We have some.
And we could actually like put all of them in the same container, or you can have
I'm
yours.
just.
I can have
I'm
mine.
dumping mine right on.
Oh, okay, right in there.
Yeah. We have some more. They're just not as pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta do a puzzle.
Oh no! I hate puzzles. I mean, I love puzzles. Why would I say that? I hate this puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh, nope. I missed it.
You're not a human.
Okay, I'm a human now. It's fine.
You're a human now.
Yeah, they know me as human.
Let's see. Just put it over the side now, and we go over the a little diagonal chop on.
Oh, you're going what is the professional way to say that? Like at a slant? Chopping at a slant or something?
I don't know. I'd say diagonal.
Yeah, I mean, like that is, but like what do the professionals say?
I don't know because I'm not a professional.
But
Is Kaz in here?
I think they call it slicing at a slant. I don't know. We'll come back to you in part 2 with the answer to that.
Yeah, well, little trivia.
Oh, trivia.
Maybe somebody in
Or
here.
at a diagonal might even be what it is. But you know, either of those two
An
things.
angular slice.
An angular slice.
I
Either
like
way,
the
if
way that
someone
sounds.
either way, someone told me that. But the green onions do look way prettier when you go diagonal. with
When
the
you go at
slice.
an angular slice. So I have just become a professional.
Right.
Because now I know.
Crazy that all you have
Like
to do
cool.
is just like change the angle to
Yeah.
make it just look so much prettier.
To become a professional,
Yeah, to be a professional
you just
green
have
onion
to.
chopper.
You have to realize that you're the expert. Until you realize that, you'll never be the expert.
Right. Yeah, definitely cutting it close as far as how much stuff is inside this boiling pot of water.
And the same as to how much stuff is in this bowl of slaw before I spill over.
Right.
But this is going to,
I think the large metal bowl might be better.
it would, but like this, when we add the dressing to it, it's gonna it's gonna break it down a little bit, so it's gonna work. So I'm not too worried about it.
It's gonna break down a little more. Cutting on the bias.
Cutting on the bias.
That's funny because Babs was like bias. But she said that after she left a comment saying that to follow you, and so I thought she was saying she was biased about wanting people to. I thought she was saying she was biased, but no, you guys are correct. I knew that there was a
Cutting on
word.
the bias.
Yeah, cutting on the bias. Thank you. Yes.
I like it.
Yes, that would have.
I like angular slice better.
Okay, not professional.
This is true. I'm not.
Okay.
Not professional.
So we got that.
And I'm just gonna toss it around ever so easily.
So it is.
To avoid. So I think we're almost. It's
Yeah,
almost time.
I think it's time.
So we're gonna leave this and let it chill, and then when we come back, we'll do the dressing for it We'll make our sauce. The potatoes will have been boiled.
Yes.
Keeping an eye on the meat, which is the smoker's at 246 and the meat is at 69.
So I wonder if we should come back on at 3, so that way we have given the meat plenty of time to cook.
Be ready to go.
Yeah. So by the time we're done with the potato salad, coleslaw,
And
possible cocktail,
we
and the
might
Carolina
be-
barbecue sauce.
We may be a little earlier too, depending on the meat, because we'd like to pull it out for you. And
Right, we want you to see the finished product
Yep.
pulled out, but then also we have to let it rest. Anytime you grill, cook any sort of meat, you want it to rest 5 to 10 minutes so the juices don't just immediately fall out and you lose all that, moisture in there.
Yeah, you definitely want to
Yeah.
pull out before
So-
the juices fall
So
out.
I think if it's 2:10 now, if we come back at 3, that will be plenty of time for that to cook. Or do you want to push it back to 3:30?
No,
Push it
because
to three.
it's supposed to storm at around 5. So
Oh, okay. So we have to do it
like
at 3.
it's supposed to
yeah.
nasty storm
Yeah, it's supposed
at
to be
around
nasty.
5. So, probably around 3. We're gonna take what it's what time is it now?
It's 2:10, so we'll be back at 3 o'clock.
Between 2:45 and 3.
You want to aim for 2:45?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're timing it to where people can see our pork loin. Also, we rest so we can cut it, too.
Yep.
But if you think that will be fine. So, okay. Friends. Okay.
I think so.
I think that's the way to do that. So yes, please be sure you're giving us a follow. Hit the bell so you're notified when we go live. So when we come back, 2:45 or 3,
You'll hear a ding.
You'll hear a ding, and
I don't
you'll
know if
be
you-
in
that-
our live.
Will you hear a ding? I don't know if it's how it works.
I mean, they should.
Hit a bell, then
Yeah.
it
So,
should ring.
so when you guys come back, we'll have these potatoes already cooked and they will be cooled. So when we make the potato salad, we're not dealing with hot potatoes. We will be finishing up this coleslaw. There's a Carolina barbecue mustard sauce, which is the mustard barbecue sauce. We'll be doing the mustard barbecue sauce, possible cocktail,
Possible coquito.
and then you guys get to see that bacon wrapped pork loin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is all we need to do right now.
I think so.
And so yes, so 50 minutes from now, we're Central Time, Eastern Time. Eastern Time is going to be 4 o'clock. Central Time, it's 3 o'clock. We are in Nashville, Tennessee, so we are following Central, and we're also following the whether or not we're getting rain down. So
Whether or not it's gonna weather or not.
yeah, whether or not the weather is weathering. Okay, thank y'all so much. Be sure to tune in later.
Bye.
We'll see you soon. Thanks for joining
We will
us.
definitely see you soon.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thanks for the follows, guys.